Hey, Bankcard Life members, I just wanted to cut a brief training on what I'm calling the 5 keys to building $1 million portfolio. And one of the questions I get all the time are, what would I recommend if I'm trying to build a portfolio or grow your portfolio into a real asset that you can exit from somewhere down the road? So over the next few weeks, I'll be sharing every week or two one of these keys that I've realized over the years that could be a benefit to helping you in your business. So what I really want to get out of this is just to kick around, brainstorm with you, share with you some ideas that I feel are of value, and I really want you to get at least one great idea or strategy out of each of these trainings that might help you push your business forward, expand that business, take it to the next level so you can grow that portfolio where you want it to grow and really create an asset for you and your family and your loved ones. So Napoleon Hill once said that all ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes. And really, I'm a big believer in everything that's created out in the physical world is first created in our mind. So it's very important to take that time to sit back and strategize, look at your vision for yourself. We talk a lot in the framework about those 4 domains, body, being, balance, and your business, but really create the vision, the strategy of where you want to end up, keeping the end game in mind, and then you can develop the tactics around those strategies. So just have an open mind, and let's kick around some ideas on how we can help you get that portfolio to a value of $1 million. Why $1 million? Well, it's a great number, and I thought it would just be a good number for us to shoot for. Some of you might be shooting for much, much higher numbers or smaller numbers, and the value of that portfolio really is based upon the multiple that you will get for it in the marketplace. So I see on smaller portfolios multiples anywhere from 14, 15, 16, 18, all the way up in the mid and the high 30s if you have a larger portfolio. And we'll do a whole nother interview with Cutter Financial here coming up, and we'll talk about portfolio values and how to increase the value of those portfolios. And certainly a portfolio is much more valuable if you are selling the company with it, and there is deal flow, deal count, and distribution along with that residual stream that you're selling. But what a lot of guys do is they sell a piece of their residuals for maybe a big life event, a marriage coming up, or buying a vacation home, or emergency expenses. They might just sell and carve out a little piece of that, and they'll typically sell that to their ISOs. My preference would always be to borrow against your portfolio and not sell it if you don't have to, unless you're exiting the business, retiring, or just need that big chunk of cash flow. So multiples are all over the place. Don't hold me to this. I'm estimating a 30x buyout on a residual of around $33,333 a month would get you $1 million. So just keep in mind that will fluctuate. We have a lot of different people in this community, and as the book has been released, we're getting people from all over the industry. So we have registered ISOs in here, agents working with ISOs, partners, referral partners. We have W-2 sales employees in here. We have people that are looking at merchant services that might want to share and be in the group and look at content while they're considering and evaluating whether that's a good move for their company. And then we have vendors that might be serving the merchant services industry and product creators and innovators that are within the community. So I can't really hit every single scenario, so I'm going to talk from a perspective of a small agent office or a single agent really wanting to grow and expand that portfolio. And the first key is, and the first characteristic that I've noticed to that people that are successful, not just in our industry, do, is that they have figured out how to leverage themselves through others. So they are creating leverage, and they are getting a 10x or 20x return on their time and their investment and their marketing programs, instead of just relying on themselves. And when you can only rely on yourself, you have a finite resource of how much work you can do, how much capacity you can take on, how much marketing, how many calls you can make, and how many deals you can close. So we really want to try to create leverage in our businesses so you can be more effective. Leverage is utilizing assets. It could be people, time, money, connections, systems, knowledge, family, strategic alliances to get the maximum return, results, and rewards or savings of your time from utilizing those assets. So leverage is really applying your time and energy more efficiently and effectively. And this is the number one thing that I see a lot of smaller offices just are not doing in a significant way that's going to really take that business to the next level. They're busy really running the business, they're in the day-to-day operations of the business, and they can't break free to take that business or that ISO to the next level. So in my mind's eye, creating leverage is very, very important. And there's a lot of different ways that you can create leverage. So it's really going to depend upon your own individual sales strategy on how and where you want to create leverage in the business. You might want to stay as a single rep, building that business, building that portfolio where you can manage your time, work when you want, take off when you want. Most of the people that I speak to in the business and readers of a lot of my content are single one and two man operations. And then you may want to grow the business and expand and leverage yourself through different types of sales channel development programs. So the number one area that I wanted to talk about was sales channel development. That could be direct or indirect. So when I say direct, I mean those could be W-2 employees that you're hiring and inside salespeople. You might be driving and buying leads and driving them into a call center. Those are people that are on an hourly or salary, and I consider those people direct. And then there's the indirect channel, which is what I have many, many years of experience building out, and those are partner channels that look a lot of different ways or can look a lot of different ways, but they're indirect 1099, either partners, affiliate partners, referral relationships, or just a whole nother channel that you're not having to pay that payroll and salary for. And then there's a lot of organizations today that are hybrids. They've got a direct core of salespeople, 5 or 10 salaried salespeople, and then they might have 100 or 200 indirect or outside sales partners. So there's a lot of different ways that you can build out these sales channels depending upon your strategy and your tactics. I would recommend that you go to my Empire Builder program. It's in your back office. I walk you through all the steps. I think it's 5 or 6 sessions on how to build out a partner channel. But my thoughts are, if I was going in the business today and I really wanted to grow a significant enterprise, an enterprise that had portfolio value but also had an infrastructure and a systematic approach to acquiring new merchants. So I had deal flow coming in, which will really make that business much more attractive to a buyer. I would do that probably today in a hybrid model, depending on how much funds or funding I had available, but I'd probably have a direct team that I had complete control over, so I could go tell that direct team, here are the products you're going to sell, here are the markets you're going to go after. I want you to report to me each and every day, the number of sales calls, the closing ratios, getting them in a CRM, really managing their activity, their efforts, and their results. And then I'd also have a partner channel out there in several different areas, probably, depending on the products I wanted to offer, where I had deal flow coming in from that partner channel where the acquisition cost was probably a little bit more favorable than my direct channel. So go through that Empire Builder program, but this would be the number one way if you really want to grow, that you could really expand and grow the value of the portfolio. So the money may not be coming in for 2 or 3, 4 years. Maybe you're just breaking even, but throughout those years you're building that portfolio and building that portfolio, and then when you decide you want to exit, now you have something of real value, and that would be your payoff during that exit strategy. Another way to leverage yourself is through affiliate relationships or referral relationships. So if you're a smaller office, and I look at affiliates and referrals a little bit different. An affiliate to me is someone that's just promoting maybe your website, maybe an online presence or via social media, or they're just sending over leads to you. Maybe you have an affiliate relationship with a software vendor that includes your program for their new merchants to get set up on payment processing with every new software that they activate. I remember I had one agent that worked with time clocks. You know, every time the time clock manufacturer sent out a new time clock, they had a flyer in there talking to the customer about payment processing, and it was his company that business was coming over to. So there's a lot of different ways you can build out affiliate relationships. You can pay those affiliates a little bit different, but normally they're just sending you a lead, a bird dog, some kind of potential opportunity. The referral partnerships is taking it to the next level, in my opinion, where you could really leverage yourself, your efforts, and your energy by setting up a close-knit group of referral partners where you can cross-refer business to them, and also they can send you business where you're offering a piece of that ongoing income revenue stream or residual stream for that referral. Some ideas are commercial insurance reps, CPAs. CPAs are wonderful. Lawyers as well. Anyone dealing with a small business, but CPAs are a very trusted advisor to small businesses. So if you can get your foot in the door, give that CPA some business, he can reciprocate back to you. Those are really, really good partners and great potential alliances. There's groups you can go to like BNI. I'm sure a lot of you are trying that. There's a lot of meetups now. I'm shocked by the number of meetups that are here in the Houston area. I just went while preparing for this and looked at them, and there are a lot of business meetups. You could be going to a meetup once or twice a day every single week, picking up potential referrals from them. Banks are great referral partners, credit unions. You know, a lot of banks have some pretty tight underwriting. Maybe your ISO or processor can pick up some of the high-risk business, the declined business from those banks. Maybe you've got business lending or merchant cash advance where a banking customer might not qualify for a traditional banking loan, and they can refer those deals over to you. Really, really good partners because they are, once again, a really good trusted advisor. Commercial alarm companies, telecom companies, ISPs dealing with small businesses, web design companies are great. You can set them up with the shopping cart, the payment gateway, any kind of software developer working in the B2B space, office supply companies. When I was out in the field many years ago, I had a lot of referrals from the Office Max and Office Depot guys because a lot of people would come in and buy registered tape, or they'd have questions about, hey, where can I get my credit card terminal fixed or my cash register fixed? And I went through the Houston area, and I had a lot of referral partners from those office supply stores. Most of those people are making 10, 11, 12 bucks an hour. And if I throw them $100 per referral, they're really, really happy. So that's another strategy that you could implement. Point of sale companies are great if you can get your feet in the door. A lot of POS companies today now are offering processing, as you know, but those are great, great referral partners. Payroll companies, of course, anyone dealing with B2B or small business. So part of what you want to map out when you're looking at leverage is lead flow and lead generation, and that's another session that I'll do. But that is really the critical component to your business, because you can have the best product in the world, the best offer in the world, but if you don't have potential prospects coming into your funnel, your sales funnel, you're not going to close any business. So I would build out these referral partners to really leverage yourself. That way you're out closing all the time, you're speaking with business owners, and those leads and referrals are coming in the door on a consistent basis. A lot of areas where guys don't really pursue are some of their vendor relationships. There's a lot of vendors, if you're selling point of sale, you know, printers, paper, hardware, your ISO may have vendors there that your ISO might be offering software solutions that you can partner up with those software companies to get leads in the local area. Check with those vendor relationships, and they might be able to pass on leads to you. They might be able to do some kind of email campaign, share their merchants in local areas that you can upsell, work with you on their customer base where you might be able to joint venture and partner up and market with these people, especially with point of sale companies. They're always looking for local reps that can go out, maybe meet with their customers, add on additional locations, and really help close that payment business and make sure that they're happy. So look at your vendor relationships, see if there's some opportunities there for you to create leverage. The fourth area really is leveraging products, right? So this is an area where I think is extremely attractive if you've got some really unique and cool product offerings that you can use as a way to leverage that lead generation, setting up appointments, making phone calls, really generating interest instead of going door to door asking to save them some money on their credit card processing. So, unique products like cash discounting or surcharging, point of sale financing is a big one. Many of you know I work a lot with point of sale finance, so that's really a great lead in, and it's a great product to discuss with merchants because you're going to really help them generate more sales instead of saving them some money or a couple basis points every month. Different business lending products. There's a lot more lending products out there than just merchant cash advance. There's credit line products. There's asset-based lending up to $5 million. There's equipment finance products. There's factoring, invoices. There's a lot of cool business lending products that could sit right behind that bank's offering where you can step in and give them an alternative finance solution for their business. That's a great way to generate activity and interest. Cloud point of sale, a lot of advantages to going to the cloud. A lot of these new POS systems do so much more at such a better price point than the older legacy systems out in the marketplace. That's a great product. Any loyalty or gift solutions. Some guys are offering Wi-Fi services in small businesses, so now they can have a public Wi-Fi and push advertising, and they're partnering up with these telecom services, phone systems, internet access, backing up their data, and leading with those products, and then picking up the merchant services in the back end as well. So there's a lot of different products out there. These are just some, but look at maybe leveraging yourself through these unique products, and this will tie into some of the lead generation conversations I'll have with you, and also the conversation we'll have about creating additional revenue streams for your business. So here's an example, just a case study, quick case study on a product. So I'm trying to create leverage with this product. There was an ISO that really needed a unique product to generate more leads for their reps. Selling what they were selling based upon a savings or a free audit, statement analysis really wasn't driving enough opportunities in the door. So they really worked a lot with auto repair body shops. They felt like that was a great vertical for them because a lot of those repair shops liked the cash discount product they were selling as well. So they started to lead with a point of sale financing. And point of sale financing is not a business lending product. It's the ability for the merchant to finance their repair products, or their body shops, tires, and wheels for their customers. So a customer walks in and wants to spend $1,000. That merchant now can offer financing for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months for that product or for that purchase. So it was a great way for an ISO to start the conversation with, hey, let me help you get more business. Hey, let me approve those customers that your Firestone card or your Synchrony card is declining. We can get those approved for you. And oh, by the way, have you heard about the new cash discounting program or surcharging program that we offer? So it was a great way to bundle it in, pick up two products at once potentially, and also leverage this product to help gain more prospects, build their database, put them in their drip marketing campaign, etc. So that's just a way for a ISO or agent to really leverage a product. So what I would do is start to think about, as we near the end of this, what are the areas that you can leverage around your time, your talent, your product suite, your distribution method. Is it maybe building out a couple sales partners? Is it building out and expanding your referral network or affiliate network? Is it looking at your product mix and picking up some new products that you might be able to leverage to create new revenue streams and create more potential opportunities with merchants and to get your foot in the door? So that's our first one, creating leverage, leveraging yourself and your business through others. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have more coming up here soon. Hope you have a great day. Please comment here if you have any questions. I will be bringing back a monthly FAQ, so if you've got strategic questions or tactical questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat bot, in the chat within the community. I'll answer them, and then some of the other members can chime in that might have experience in the area or the area that you're trying to create or thinking about creating additional leverage in. So have a great day. We'll be talking to you soon.